What time is it, you might ask?
Oh, Christmas morning.
That is correct. A wonderful time to play a tune of the same name from Prince Carpenter, West Virginia. Played a beautiful solo fiddle piece, and it works pretty good on the banjo. We're going to give it a try right now. So, something like this.
Very crooked.
Yeah. Nice. Old Christmas morning, I felt like I was there.
The old fiddlers would talk about old Christmas morning being around January 5th or 6th.
Sure. That's where we are, so thank you, Erynn. All right, we'll try a little bit of that there. So chord-wise, I think we're going to focus on the melody this more, because in the modal tuning, the chords are a little tricky, and it's a little more atmospheric, if the banjo is just kind of playing that melody. Makes a nice solo banjo piece with a little work, I think. And it has a couple of timing spots that are tricky. And the fiddle doing a little bow rock is kind of helpful. We'll talk about that, but let's look at the first part to start out with. So it's really that working from that 3rd fret, open, and the 5th fret, back to the 3rd fret. So, let's just do that a few times. 3, open, 5, 3, and I'm doing a little brush thumb on the 2, open, brush thumb, 5, back to 3, brush thumb. Let's do that a couple times to get our fingers going. Just repeat that. There's our first phrase there. So 3, open, 5, 3. Then we're going up to bar and the first 2 strings on the 5th fret. We're doing a hammer from 5 to 7. Then we're going to do back to 5. Take the hammer back off, and you're doing a drop thumb after the first string, and the open first string, and the 5th. So I'll do that a few times. So bar, hammer, 5, 7, and then you're back to 5 and 5 on the first 2 strings. You're dropping your thumb, then the open first string, thumb on the 5th string. So let's do those 2 phrases together really slow. 1, 2, here I go. Bar, drop, thumb, open first and 5th. Yeah, let's do that a few times. That's beautiful. And that's half of the first part is about. So 1, 2, here we go. 3, 5, bar, hammer. 1, 5, once again now. Okay, now we get into a nice little passage going from the, you're getting the 3rd fret on the 1st string, 1st finger, and the 4th fret with your 2nd finger, and you're going to drop thumb twice. And I'm using you can use your middle or your 1st finger for the 1st string, but I'm using my middle finger, and so it's be, string-wise, you're going to have 1, 2, 1, 2, and you're going to take off those fingered notes. So, same strings at 1, 2, 1, 2. Then you get that 4th fret with your index finger on the 3rd string, 4th fret, your index is picking the string, and then you have the open 2nd and 5th. And it goes to this other phrase. Let me go and do this other phrase, which is the 2nd fret. And I'm catching a nice drony 2 and 5. So let me just do that whole little descending phrase. That 2nd open and the 5th string. Really pretty transition there. And the chord is 2 and 4, 2 on the 3rd and 4th on the, and you back and forth. Drop thumb, droney A. All right, let's do that. That's half the first part. Not too bad. 1, 2, here I go. Yeah, and then it's going to be almost the same, a little variation on that descending phrase, I think. So let's do that once more, the first line of the tab, Old Christmas Morning. 1, 2, pretty slow. Beautiful. So the next time it goes around the same way, except has a little difference on the last two measures. So it starts the same, 3, open, 5, the same bar hammer. This time it's just that note, and then the open. So less notes instead of you're just going 3, open. And this time it's a little double. Okay, I'm gonna do the whole first part one time. That's the whole first part. Not too bad. Very pretty. 1, 2, nice and slow. Here's where it gets a little tricky. You have this little open second and slide maybe to that droney A. And we have a little, so it's 1, 2, slide, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, and Erynn says the fiddle, bow rock. So, boom, 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 bow rock gets you to that first beat of the 6th count. So, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, bow rock. And then you have this. So you have a 3 beat. This is the hardest part of the whole song. Gets just a little 1, 2, 3 in the A phrase. A little bit crazy, but that's what gives it that quirkiness, I guess. So we're going to have a 3, 2, drop thumb, and then in our A phrase is going to be a lot of 4th and 5th fret work and pull-offs. Let me just do that to that part and listen to the time of that one time. Coming in on that 3rd line of the tab. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, bow rock. 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, A phrase. Okay, I'll go a little slower and I'll keep going this time. So you get a lot of variations on that little A phrase, and it goes from A to E and A to D to E in the chords. But again, I think we're focused on the melody on the banjo this time around. So doing that again, I'm gonna keep going this time. Let you hear. I'll do a little slower. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bow rock. 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, A phrase. And you kind of wait. Anything goes. Bow rock. 5, 6. 3 beats. A phrase. So a nice thing about that, just noticing the banjo and thinking about how some of the strong points of the banjo, that part could probably work out up high, although there's a lot of variations, but you can get up in that, just that 9th fret back and forth with the 5th string. And you got that little habit. So you might try that. 9, open, and then 10, and maybe you have that 7 hammer, 7, 9, and drop thumb to the 6th fret and open first. So that's almost in that ballpark. Get you to, get you in that ballpark where you could experiment and have all this melody. So. Kind of work, wouldn't it? So let's just do that for a second. So 9 back and forth with the 5th string, open, 10, then 7 hammer 9, 7 6th fret, drop thumb, open 1st string, then just kind of go 9 9 9 10 7 4 5. So that gets you in that same kind of ballpark, right? Little pivot there, that little 2nd fret anchored, pivot to 4 hammer, back to 2, drop thumb to that 4. And what you might do is just isolate any tricky, those hammers and pull-offs can be tricky at first. Get a nice anchor when you're doing a hammer above and keep it down there, that little. That's that 4 open 4 off. Let me do the whole little 2nd part there, coming out of that. Right, that's the first one. So that's one of them. Just break them into little things. So 4 5 4 open low. Then you hammer open 5. 4 open 2 4. Hammer open 5. 4 4 4 5. And here's the thing we were just doing. Hammer open 5. 4 5 4 open low. Hammer open 5. 2 open 2. About 4 different things. Hammer 5. Pretty good. I'm gonna do the whole thing one last time. Old Christmas Morning. Here we go. Last time through. Here we go. 1 2. Here I go. With that droney A. Beautiful piece there. I think it works pretty good on the banjo. Gives your left hand a pretty good workout with the hammers and pull-offs. But the banjos, that's one of the strong sounds on the banjo. So give your left hand a challenge. I think you'll do fine. Take it nice and easy. And go back to Erynn's fiddle video and see if you can get along with that and see how it goes. Some of those variations may be different. So that's, each fiddler may have different things they do with the timing and the variations. So enjoy Old Christmas Morning and get your banjo out in the morning if you get a chance. That's not a bad way to start the day.